so we're going to hop on in here. We are using a cut file from Hit Kit Club. It was from the December cut files that they gave us for free. And it's if you're a part of the club itself, you get them free. And all I did was size them and created the 2019, and I'm just putting my numbers down so that I could put this blue paper behind it. I want to say it was also from the paper kit, one of the solid cardstocks that came with this particular kit that I'm using, which is the January kit. And I liked the numbers because they had the pieces that, were almost like a cut file within the cut file because you have like a flower, the circles, arrows, and I even used some of the pieces that I punched out of there on the kit or the layout itself. So I knew I wanted to pop up the numbers because I'm planning on taking all of my photos and either tucking them underneath, kind of on top, behind, like you'll see as we go to put it together. And I wanted to make sure that um, everything was pretty much in place. Now what I'm doing, I'm still putting the foam tape on, and I'm gonna leave it like that as I try and lay it down and figure out where I'm gonna put all my photos. And I knew I wanted to like stick one kind of like in the center of the 0 and like hook it into the 2 there, and then possibly using like the arrow and the flowers. There was one, this one was a little bit too big. I really didn't have any place that I wanted to put it. That was part of the 2 that I took out. Now I'm just looking, I know I want to use the party, and I knew I wanted to use the yay from the chipboard. Not chipboard, I think they're foam. I have it right here. Let me see. I want to say they're the foam pieces. Yeah, it's like foam for the title. And then these are different ephemera pieces. I got some flower pots that I'm going to stick underneath and have the flowers stick out. Um, and we're just layering. There's one was a little sentiment. And, I'm still learning and growing with, doing setups like this. But I'm liking the experiment, if that makes sense. And so once I have that kind of laid out, I decided that what I wanted to do was some mixed media. So I took the white gesso and I just really created more of a little area right in the center where I knew the 2019 was going to go. So the colors are going to react differently on this one gessoed area, and then but you're going to see I'm going to have all the colors kind of like dripping down, and it's cool to see the reaction of when it changes from when it's on the gesso to when it's on the um, paper without it, because it gets into the fibers quicker. The gesso creates a nice barrier. And then, of course, mixing the yellow with the blue, you're going to get a nice little um, blend of green in the middle. And with this color kit, you actually got um, the Color Bloom, I think it's Prima Color Bloom 2 sprays. Yes, and they were the Wild Raspberry, uh, Fairy Pond, and I know the other one is something dandelion, Spring Dandelion. And it turns out I actually already had these 3 colors. So I just wound up using the ones that I had that were open. And I really love the vibrancy of these colors. And you can see here, I'm starting to lay everything down, starting with the numbers themselves. And I did that with the help of uh, press and seal. So if you're, trying to do layouts and things and you having a hard time remembering where everything was, the best thing is to use the press and seal because it can uh, kind of keep everything together. And depending on how you do your layers, you can even kind of glue it while it's on the press and seal, and then you would have your solid piece that you could um, attach to the layout itself. And I realized my two was really far over to the edge and I had more room, on the other side of the nine. But I decided to leave it because I do, like I said, have those plans for the ephemera and stuff and the different flowers. So it's gonna work out and kind of, I think, kind of even itself. It'll be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and start layering our pieces. And I'm starting with the flowers. I want to make sure everything is kind of what's going to be close to the bottom is going to be where I want it to. So see, if I had moved that 9 over, I would have had to cut part of that flower off, and I really didn't want to. And we're going to start putting in some of the photos. And the ones on the inside, I do, sometimes I put a little piece of foam and then just some tape or glue, on the spot that's going to be on top of the actual number. And I like this little arrow. It was so cute. I just had to use it. And then we're going to keep going with the O up above and then inside. The one inside is so cute. And I attached the flower first so that way it would all just go in right at the same time and it just layers so much easier. And then I decided I was going to put it on the inside there, but then I really liked how the photos were all kind of on the same level up on the top. And even though the one on the bottom does go down a little bit lower, it works. I don't mind it because I'm going to fill in with some of the gemstones and stuff as we start to decorate. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the party. And then I cut another piece where I'm going to put the yay because I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to do it. I knew I wanted to put the party down at the bottom, maybe the yay up at the top, and then I thought maybe bringing them both down. So I play with it quite a bit, and putting it on the wax paper, it helps to be able to move it around because you can still see beneath the wax paper. So I decided, I'm like, okay, well, let me come back to that. I'm not ready for that. So I'm just going around adding some of the puffy stickers that came in the embellishment kit, probably. I will say with the Hip Kit Club, when it comes to the additional kits that you can get, they really do pack them. You get a lot for the embellishment kit. The color kits, you're either getting paints or sprays, or you're getting something cool. And it may be something that's not in your, collection. You can never have enough sprays as far as I'm concerned. They're really fun. Even using them on cards. So I mean, I think they're a great thing to have. And then now I decided that I was going to put the yay up at the top. So it's like yay 2019, and then it's with the party down below because this was when we had our first crop of the year, me and my friends, and we had this little photo station. And so all those photos are from the photo station that I just really shrunk down using my selfie printer. And now we're going to attach the party at the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and add some of the stars. Actually, I think I wind up using all of the silver stars because, once you start, you can't stop. If they're there, I gotta use them. I'm like, why am I holding back? Let's just get it in. So I start grabbing those, and then of course, the gemstones from I think it's Chamel. Um, they were great. They had all the shades pretty much that I have down. So I tried to keep them in the section where the color is, which was really a lot of fun. And then I'm just checking it out, making sure I got everything on it, the way that I want. And then I decided, of course, you always, I don't know. I just feel like it's not complete until I do a little bit of splatter. I can't help it. It's just, the splattering makes me feel better. So that's why I do it. Now, if you don't like splatters, you don't have to. You can add sequins, you can add all kinds of things to uh, your layouts. But with the painting, with the sprays, I just felt like, yeah, let's do some splatter. So I did white, black, and I think I did even some gold. And sometimes I pull out my splatter cubby, and sometimes I don't. It just depends on the mood I'm in and, you know, if I'm just going with the flow. I did not use gold. I have one of the Tim Holtz mica sprays, and this one is brushed pruder, pewter. And so I use that as my additional spray. So that way, it would give it a little bit of a shine. And then here we have the close-ups of the layout. So you can see the splatters, you can see, oh, I did add that little button that came in the kit. It said hello 2019. I was like, where else am I going to be able to use that but on a 2019 layout? Perfect. And you can see all the close-ups with the colors and the numbers. This was just a lot of fun. I really had fun with it, and I got to scrap me and the ladies when we had our crop. Perfect. So thank you guys for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Down below, I will have links to the Hip Kit Club, and check them out. Check out their Facebook page. Check out their website. You can get all the information on the club. Okay. Thank you guys, and have a great weekend.